Hey, what's up, Fight fans? My name is Matt Stryker, and I am excited to be a part of Fight's presentation of Slammiversary. It comes our way July the 18th, 8 p.m., and joining me now is a fellow fighter, but also someone I consider a friend, and that's an oddity in our sport, Mr. Eddie Edwards. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you? It's good to talk to you, friend.
Yeah, man, it's definitely good to talk to you, but I got to put the friend thing aside and do the interview because there's some hard-hitting questions that a lot of people are talking about this event. Many feel that it's the most important night in Impact's history. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, every year Slammiversary, it's a big event for Impact. But with the landscape of Impact right now, we have a mystery opponent in the main event with me. We have people coming back. People have left. It's almost like, I don't know, a reboot, a restart of Impact season almost. So it's like, what better way to kick it off than with Slammiversary? Slammiversary always delivers, and this year you don't know what to expect, so that makes it even better.
Yeah, a renaissance of sorts. Now, you've almost, I don't want to say buried the lead because that would be my job, but let's talk about it now because this main event has changed quite a bit. What we do know is it's two high-flying guys, young upstarts, Ace Austin and Trey. And I got to tell you, for my money, Trey may be one of the best pound-for-pound fighters I've seen. Your style has changed over your nearly 2 decades career. How do you account for the styles of Ace and Trey?
Me and Ace, we have our history. We got involved with my wife, and we did a whole thing, and I got to beat him up a few times. I feel I know what he brings to the table, obviously more than I do Trey. I've been watching Trey for a few years now, and this year really seems to be his coming out party. He's been having big matches. He's been delivering every time he's in there, and for me, it's just I know what they're going to do. I know he can do some amazing stuff. All I can do is sit there and counter and do what I can do to capitalize. I guess I'm more of a striker, brawler, whatever. So I know when it comes down to it, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to win. They can, he can try to flip it flat through the air, but in the end, I feel like I'm going to come out on top.
So a lot of the wrestling experts are saying that all of the eyes of the wrestling world are going to be on this event. Again, July 18th, 8 p.m. And there's a lot of people that start to question, look, I know the Eddie Edwards that started back, I remember you around '02, and then I remember you did a lot of stuff in Japan. The style changed. Then you had these feuds with Davey Richards and with Tommy Dreamer. Are we going to see the glimpses of what, for my money, was one of the best technical wrestlers that I saw? And I'm not just saying that because I'm talking to you. You have wins over guys like Kenta and Nakajima. Anyone that's sleeping on your ability on the mat is making a huge mistake. What if you have to call on that early experience?
I think the thing with me that I'm very comfortable with what I've become because I know, what I can do and what I've been doing lately, the brawling and hardcore stuff that I've had to do in certain situations. But I know that at any point I can bring anything out of my back pocket. It's the things that I know and the stuff that I've done in the past that people might not be ready for, might not be, prepared to see or prepared to deal with in the ring. I know that I can bring that out whenever I need to. And if the moment calls for it, I'm more than happy to do it. I feel like I'm the most well-rounded I've been in my career, and I'm very comfortable with where I am right now.
That's awesome to hear, especially a fellow combat sports athlete say, because so many guys are constantly trying to change. And for you to be comfortable with who you are, I think that's a great message for anyone watching. Now let's talk about something a little uncomfortable, because not knowing who that fourth opponent is going to be, do you allow that to impact, no pun intended, your strategy? And also, do you kind of have a thought as to who that opponent might be?
The thing with mystery opponents is you can drive yourself crazy trying to figure it out and figure out if there's been little inklings and hints here and there and go on Twitter and see if people have been talking. But, for me, I'm prepared for anything, really. I try to do my best to just be ready. I roll with the punches in life and in the ring. So, whatever hand is dealt to me, I'll deal with it. But I don't even have a clue. And I'm trying not to worry about that part of it. When I'm going to go out there, their music's going to hit, and I'm going to have to adjust my game plan just like everybody else. So let's see what happens. I'm excited about it because the thought of who it could be, there's a lot of names being thrown out there. So I'm excited to see what happens, much like the fans, I hope.
Absolutely. And to all the young wrestlers out there, I think the attitude that Eddie's showing is something that you should take note of, as well as some tenured wrestlers that we both know. I mean, this guy's in the main event, and yet there's a humility and a respect for the sport that I don't think we see enough of. With that said, let's do what we do best, and let's put other people over. Let's talk about some of these other matches that the rest of the world is going to see on July 18th. Let's start with the knockouts. Let's start with Jordynne Grace and Deonna Purrazzo. Your thoughts?
You know, Jordynne, she's somebody who's come into her own as well. You know, obviously being knockouts champ, she has a target on her back, and Deonna's coming in. She's trying to make a name for herself. You know, she was a big debut, a big pickup for Impact right now. Where, you know, it's tough to come into a new company and be thrown right into the top position, which she's aiming for that top position. So it's interesting to see what they're going to be able to do. Jordynne, who's unbelievably powerful, obviously, and Deonna has her technical expertise, if you will. It's going to be interesting to see the battle back and forth and see who wins in the end.
Yeah, and the other match that has a lot of people talking in addition to that one, as well as yours, is the North versus the unlikely team of Sami Callihan and Ken Shamrock. Any insights to what's the locker room say about this match?
You know, obviously the North, they just celebrated their year-long, reign as champions, which – you know, that's an unbelievable thing to happen, especially, you know, in these days of wrestling. A year straight of being champions, that's quite the accomplishment. But when you look on the other side, you have Shamrock, who was and still is the world's most dangerous man in my book. You know, he's a guy that you've seen the stuff he can do. With Sami, I've seen up close and personal with a bat. I've seen what he can do numerous times. So I think the story is going to be, it's going to be interesting to see if Sami and Shamrock can be on the same page, because the North, they're not just champions by chance. You know, they're champions because they're a great tag team. They know how to be a tag team. They go out there, they execute as a tag team. They're prepared for anything as a tag team. So if Shamrock and Sami, if they're not on the same page for a split second, the North is going to capitalize. So I'm interested to see how that goes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Matt Stryker. I'm speaking to Eddie Edwards. We're talking about Slammiversary. It comes our way July the 18th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Eddie, where can the fans find you on social media?
Right now, I'm just on Twitter, keeping it easy, at the Eddie Edwards. Follow me along and follow my journey to Slammiversary and hopefully walking out as the new Impact World Champion.
So, Eddie, I'm going to leave you with this. I was once told by a great veteran, a Hall of Famer, that there are two great compliments one wrestler can give to another. One is saying that they are a true pro's pro. The other is that they're a credit to the business. And my friend, in the time I've gotten to know you, you're both. I think we all wish you the best of luck on the 18th.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's good talking to you.
All right, folks, we'll see you out there. I'm Matt Stryker. This is FITE. We'll see you July 18th at 8 p.m.